This video is brought to you by Osmocote, the planter's plant food.
Hi, I'm Marianne Binetti, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to plant a rose. So, first off, when you buy a rose plant, sometimes you're going to get it and it's going to be called bare root. This might be all wrapped up in plastic, or maybe it's got newspaper, maybe it has sawdust around it. Point is, it looks like this is never going to grow. But I can see new growth coming. Even if you don't see any new growth, don't give up. And these are the roots. They're going to grow down right where the rose plant meets the roots, about an inch above that. That's how deep we're going to plant this rose. Now, here is the important part. I've already dug a hole, but you don't just throw this straight in the ground. I'm going to kind of pull the roots apart a little bit and make like a little mound. And then spread the roots out over and on top of this mound. What that does, that makes sure that the roots are going to go out in all directions to look for all the food that they can possibly get. Now, I'm going to push a little bit of soil on top of these roots just to kind of hold it in place. And now, I'll add the fertilizer. Now, normally when you plant a rose plant, or any brand new plant, they're not that hungry at first, but this is a slow release plant food. This is Osmocote. And I go ahead and use a whole capful if I'm planting a plant that is like in a pot that is a whole gallon-sized pot, or 4 feet of square space in your garden. You can take a whole capful of Osmocote plant food. It releases the nutrients very slowly. Now I want to add some gutter soil. So I have a bag of this potting mix with compost in it. And you see how nice, rich, and black that looks. And what this does, the planting mix helps hold moisture. So in case I happen to forget to water, I'm going to try and keep this moist right after planting. You kind of firm it up now that you've got this in here. And now, instead of using my feet, just use your hands to firm the soil. If you use your feet, then you're going to push too hard. Now I put the mulch on top. The mulch is like beauty bark. You can see a little bit of bark there. And the mulch is what helps keep the soil from drying out, keeps down the weeds. The mulch is kind of like plant insurance. There. Now, what I'm going to do is kind of push this soil a little bit. So I need a watering can of water. Can I get that watering can of water over here? And now you're going to see how, because I'm making this little well, more or less, come in here. Come on. And I'm going to water all around this little well. Now remember I had this rose plant that was sitting in a bucket of water? Well, once that water soaks down, I'm going to go ahead and add even more water. Because I want the roots to be very, very moist. And by keeping this rose plant moist for the first summer, I don't want it to dry out, the roots are going to spread out. It's going to bloom like crazy because I got the fertilizer in there. And this is going to be a very happy rose. By the way, this is a new rose variety. Week's rose. This is called Watercolor's Home Run. It's a home run rose because it scores big time yardage, lots of color, and it's called Watercolors. It buds out pink, then it turns yellow. A great rose.